In our role as director of football then in FM23 here, we're overseeing the progress of Ida Johnson, our head coach, who's taken the reins and is in charge at the Wonder Kid factory that is Almeria in Spain. It's our second season in Spain, and so far we've been doing pretty well. We qualified for the Europa League last season. We've set ourselves the challenge, the aim of qualifying for the Champions League this year. Today's video is going to be an update on that progress. How are we doing towards that as we come towards the end of our second season in Spain? We're going to really truly test ourselves today by going to watch a live match against Barcelona, because if we've actually turned into a good team, which there's some signs that we have done, if we actually have, we're going to do okay against one of the super giants in Spain, Barcelona. Let's find out how we do. Let's jump into it. And welcome back to the DOF Almeria save. This save where we're the director of football and we don't do anything in terms of match and games and tactics. We simply sign the players and sell the players. It's the most fun part of FM, and this way of playing a save is just so rewarding. It's so much fun to see the progress of the team. I know a lot of you are doing this in your own saves and enjoying it as well. Let me know if that is you in the comments down below. Last episode, you will remember that we had a bit of a crisis. We lost Romeo Lavia, our star man in midfield, to be honest, to a broken leg, and we had to scramble around to replace him in the January window. We ended up signing on loan this guy here, Jean-Manuel Mbom, and he's kind of filled a bit of a void in that midfield. I think we're a little bit light in terms of pure numbers, really, and he's come in and he's done okay. Actually, quite interestingly, he's not been first choice, and I'm going to tell you why that is the case by having a look at some of the player stats, how players have been playing, of course looking at the results, and of course having a look at the league table, which, do you know what, I'm not going to even tease it out anymore. Let's have a look at how we're doing then as we're into April. It's the 7th of April, and we proudly, very proudly, sit 4th in the league. We've set ourselves this as the target, haven't we? We were just about this place in the last video. Results have been pretty good since then, and we've kept ourselves in 4th place, just behind Barcelona, Real Madrid, and weirdly, Villarreal, who are top of the league at this point. I don't know why I've sorted it in a weird way there. They have played 3 extra games, so I'm not sure they're going to stay there. But we've played 30. We've got 54 points. We're in the Champions League spots right now. We can actually extend make ourselves feel a little bit more safe in this position by winning our game in hand, because we'd go then, 5 points clear of Sevilla, who are in 5th. Having a good season. If you look at the player stats as well, and I'll show you all of the player stats, we'll look at the tactics, all of that stuff as well. It's going to be a bit of an update video today, as well as I mentioned before, a tester for us, because I'm going to go and get Watching Man to go and watch this game here against Barcelona and go to the Nou Camp, and we're going to watch this one live, because I think that's going to be a true test of how much progress have we actually made. Are we really mixing it with these big teams, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and weirdly Villarreal, or are we just kind of clinging on? I feel like we might just be clinging on, but if we can go and get a result here, that will show our credentials, wouldn't it? We're going to watch that one as a live com, and I think that'll be a good way to test ourselves. Let's jump in and look at how the season's gone then since that last episode by starting with goal scoring. Chavez Carretero, otherwise known as C², or should we just nickname him? Should he just be called Chavez? Because it's a really long name. I don't know. Are you against just calling him simply Chavez? Would he have got a nickname by now? I don't know. I don't know if I love it or I don't know if I hate it. How would that look on the shirt, by the way? That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Should we call him Chavez? Or is that not something we should do? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, regardless of what he's called, he has been electric once again this year. He's not actually top goal scorer in the league. He's second with that, weirdly. He is just behind this guy who scored against us in the last episode, actually, Roberto Fernandez, who plays for Malaga. But he's got 22 goals, has Chavez, as we're now calling him, in 30 games, which is a very healthy record. But most impressively, actually, is if you go to this page here, you can see he's actually got 41 goals in 41 games, all competitions. His European goals scoring has been excellent. 15 goals in 12 starts, or 12 games in total in that competition, which I'll update you on as well. We're out of the Europa League. We're not going to win the Europa League this year. We got really unlucky. I'll show you the results here as we between last time. Let me show you where this is where we were last time. So our results are now highlighted. You can see Europa League wise, we've had a few wins in there since then. We actually lost at Feyenoord as well, but ultimately we went out in the round of 16. If I go back to that round of 16, we went straight through to it. We lost 5-1 to Liverpool. We got Liverpool. Like, what are you supposed to do? We're Almeria. We got Liverpool in the round of 16. Kind of unlucky with the draw, to be honest. And we were just outclassed. This Liverpool team it's better than ours. There's our team there. Just to show you, I mentioned it briefly before. We brought in Mbom. Someone mentioned, is it going to block Hedwig Koch's progress in the team? No, because Idiger Johnson has chosen to play Hedwig Koch in pretty much every game since then. I'll show you his games played now. 12 games played, 22 all competitions. He is getting regular football in place of the injured Romeo Lavia. Could be fantastic for his development. You see these lovely up arrows here. This guy could be a serious player for us next year if we wanted to keep him in the team. He is turning into, I mean, what a footballer he's turning into. He's got the value as well that goes with it. He's only 18 years old, so maybe a small, I don't know, a green shoot of positivity that comes from the Romeo Lavia injury is that Koch's had a lot of game time. Anyway, going back to this game here, there's the Liverpool team, which is strong. As you would imagine, they've got players like Trent running it from right back. Alvarez up front, which is a weird one that Julian Alvarez has ended up at Liverpool. They've got Sivard. What a brilliant midfielder he is on FM. Ugarte, linked with them in real life at the moment. But yeah, they were good. They beat us 2-0 at Anfield and then 3-1 in the home leg. Can I show you on here? Probably could if I go all the way back, right? Yeah, look, 3-1 in our home game. It was a goal from Chavez early that gave me all sorts of hope that we might be able to pull off a bit of an upset, but it wasn't to be. In fact, they missed 2 penalties in this game. Salah missed 2 pens, which annoyingly is a bit close to what he's doing in real life, although he did score one recently, didn't he? Chavez, though, was our best player again. Koch starting in the midfield here. Look, you can see the team that's playing. And Mbom, a lot of his games that he's managed to play, it's been at right back. Sort of weirdly, because I still think we might be lacking a little bit in right back rotation options. And Mbom's played a fair few games there, so maybe he was useful bringing in on this loan just for that bit of cover as well. Let's go back to the results so that I can show you all of the other games before we go to this live com or watching this live game with Barcelona. Have a look at some of the goal scorers in here. Have a look at how they're performing. Lots of the usual names. Chavez, as we've just renamed him weirdly in this episode here, has been definitely amongst the goals. Just to go through, confident wins in the Spanish Cup, which we are out of because we lost to Real Madrid. That was the end of that competition. We lost 1-0 to them at home, which is a bit disappointing. We lost the final but still went through in the Europa League group stage. Just to show you as well, that group stage, or the league phase as it's called now, we just missed it. Look, we just missed going straight through to the round of 16, meaning we had to play the first knockout. It's called a knockout playoff round, where we played Brøndby and beat them 5-1 on aggregate. So it was a nice extra game, but it was annoying that we didn't just go straight through. Maybe we wouldn't have played Liverpool if that was the case. I don't know. We went out to them anyway. Hopefully we're going to be playing teams like Liverpool a lot next year, because we'll be in the Champions League, which is the main aim. Fingers crossed for that one. Some good results after that, though. We had Sociedad, or Real Sociedad. I've learned actually that in Spain you don't just call them Sociedad. You call them Real Sociedad, and they're called the Royal or the Real. Or La Real, I think it is, which is interesting to me because I was looking at a Twitter thread, I think it was, looking at actually how we just misname foreign teams in England. For example, the one that I hate, and I never do this, Atletico Madrid. How annoying is that? Do you have any of these bugbears, by the way? Let me know in the comments down below, things that really annoy you that football fans do, and it's just wrong. Atletico Madrid, it makes me cringe thinking about it. Anyway, we move on from there. Maybe it's when I call Almeria. That could be one that annoys people. I did that a lot, didn't I? Yeah, that was bad. Anyway, back to it. We beat Espanyol. We beat Tenerife 3-0. Big win in this one. Geffroy getting a couple of goals in that one. We lost. This was a bad run. We lost 4 games in a row. Look, we lost to Mallorca. A late goal, but that was more of a consolation prize. Lost to Liverpool home and away, which maybe you'd expect, but Valencia losing to them in the middle 3-0 was not particularly pretty for us. Thankfully, recently we've sort of bounced back. We beat Vigo, which is Celta Vigo. We beat Getafe 3-2, a hat-trick from Chavez in that one. Chavez Caracero or Chavez, depending on what we call him. And then most recently a draw with Betis, which was, I mean, just a bit of a stalemate at home in that one. It takes us up to this game with Barcelona, where we're going to watch it and hopefully get a result. Barcelona are good. They are 3rd in the league, but could still win this title. They're probably just off it. I think it's Real Madrid's title, really. If they win a couple of their games in hand, they'd go back to the top. They are the best team this year. Barcelona just beaten Malaga in... No, that wasn't even the last game. I don't know why I've gone so far. Why are these so far back on here? Not sure. There we go. Look, we're back to up to... I want to see what the last Barcelona result was. It was... Not on there. They beat Real San Sebastian, or Real Sociedad 3-0. There we go. Let's have a look at the tactics screen as we go to here. I've got it on vertical tiki-taka. Yes, Johnson did flip-flop back to tiki-taka again. I'm going to check now, has he gone back to gegenpress? Because to be honest, he changes so much that he might well have done. He does, I think, just switch between them. He is now, he's back, he's still on vertical tiki-taka. Look, this is what he's preferring at the moment. He's got his pro license, hasn't seen really any improvements to his attributes. Do you think he will continue to improve? He's 50 years old. Will he improve from here? Is it a case of should we be looking for a new manager? He's done great, so I'm not going to sack him right now, but maybe we just need to. Let's use today's episode actually to have a little staff search and just see if there's anybody available right now that could fit us even better. That's just where I was looking for a new physio. Look, let's just go to assistant. And do you know what? Staff role assistant manager. Let's put in here really what we need is motivating. I'd like them to have good judging player ability and potential, and then tactical knowledge is the other thing. Let's put that down to like 18 and see if we've got like maybe 15, and then do they match all four of that? These guys would be good, look, because these would be really good in this role. I don't know what football they play, and they're not really big names, which I do want to bring some big names in, but like this guy plays a 4-4-2. Just looking at their attributes, are these people we should bring in? He was a coach at Leeds, was this guy here. Let me see if I just go down a little bit. Is there any big names that pop up really? That like you could see being a manager. Luis Boamorte's up there. I'm just going to... Gabriel Paulista. Is that the centre-back Gabriel who played for Valencia and Arsenal back in the day? It is. He looks like he's decent. These guys, no one's jumping out, which makes me feel better that we should stick with Johnson. Luis Boamorte, what type of football do you play? Wing play. And I don't think he's that much better than Johnson, to be honest. Good to keep an eye on it anyway, though, and we will. I recognise Peter Luchin as well. Has he been a manager? No, I just think I recognise him from when he was a footballer, I think. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. If there is somebody that pops out, I will maybe ask the Claytron members or maybe put it into a video in the future and say, is this somebody we should be looking at? Because I think we do need to keep an eye on it. We'll see how Johnson does. If he qualifies us for the Champions League, I think we're in a good place. I think he's doing a really good job. And we've still got this tiki-taka. Let's just go through the team and I can show you who's been playing most then. Matthew Colon, our main man in defence, has been our goalkeeper. He's played 47 games. Look at him. He's getting better. 5 stars, according to this coach here, looking at him, which is what you want to see. He's got no cons except for his, he should be improving his technique, which is, I mean, the gall to have technique as low as, what is his technique? Where's his technique on here? 12. I mean, imagine being that low. He is a superstar, not wanted by anybody else, which is something we need to look at. So at the moment, he's still our guy. Mario Fernandez. Lots of you were asking or saying he needs a real face. I think he does need a real face. I think we might get one. Someone said he looks seriously unwell. And to be honest, I have to agree with you. He doesn't look particularly healthy in that. So maybe he will get a face at some point. He's our main right back. He's also really good and developing and young. Left back has been Markovic mostly. 18 games. Perez has played a load at centre back. Aaron is leaving. He's going to Germany to FC Cologne. I think the main left back has been Markovic though. I do wonder, looking at him with his lack of potential, do we need to buy a new left back in the summer if we had any money? Which, by the way, we don't have any money. We're slightly over wage budget and don't have much transfer budget remaining. I have looked at some future players, by the way. These guys are going on a free. So Prince Pay, I should say. I've decided we might as well pick up on a free because I think we can sell him for more. Same with Camille Mertes, who looks like a pretty good young striker. He's got loads of pace, 17 pace, 15 acceleration, and 14 finishing. I don't think you can go wrong with that on a free transfer. So hopefully those could be a bit of money ball signings, hopefully. But Markovic at left back may be somebody to look at in the future. Perez at left centre back is the main guy with Diakabi. Lots of games being played, by the way, by Antonacci. 24 starts for him. Lots of them coming at left back. At centre back with Perez playing left back, just to mention. I'll put them back in this way for now because I think that is probably the more normal, and I want Perez to play at centre back, as I think we've talked about in the past. Centre midfield. We've got Mbom, but Koch has played a lot of games. Loads of games. 22 games, look, with Moretti. Wanted, something to look out for, wanted by Arsenal, Chelsea, Inter. I think if we get a big bid for a player like Fabio Moretti, I think we have to moneyball it. I think we have to sell him for a profit. 14 million we signed him for. If we get a bid of like 50 million, 60 million, I think we have to say yes to make it realistic. So just watch that one for the summer, and that could be how we finance signing more new gens with loads of potential. Potentially, we'll see. Right wing has mainly been Alejandro, 23 starts for him. Lots of appearances for Aguilar, who's got 10 look. Geoffroy as well, so our backups are playing a lot. Freitas is our main number 10 in behind the striker. Left wing is Charles Villa, who is an unbelievable player, by the way. 10 goals for him. Look at the development of him. These lovely up arrows. This guy, again, wanted by Newcastle, who we know have a lot of money. His value's at 101 million. We could finance so much by selling him. He is genuinely a world-class player at this stage now. So I do wonder if we get bids for some of our good players. Freitas isn't wanted. Hock is wanted, but I think that's a loan. It is. And then, of course, up front, Chavez, not wanted at the moment, but just look at the development of him. He still had up arrows last time I looked at him. Look at the value on him now. It's a wonder kid factory, and this is you can see the stats here. He's got 41 goals in 41 games. You can see the assists from Moretti in the midfield. Lots of assists from these wingers too, look, and these attacking midfielders. Goals from them as well. 9 from Freitas, 10 from Villa. Did I get Alejandro back for next season yet? I get confused. He's staying until 2030. So we do have him for next season again, don't we? I thought we did. I was going to check if I needed to get him again for another season, but we're just going to keep extending that, I think. Just to show you on here then, before we do continue through to play this game, loads of games from Pozo, who is unhappy, but has played a lot of games at right back. He's played 29. 20 from Aaron at left back. Lavia, almost back from his injury. 3 to 6 weeks from that broken leg. You can see the game played by the others as well. 14 for Geoffroy. 10 for Aguilar. 24 for Antonacci, 8 starts for Berkovic, who also got himself an injury, twisted ankle for him. That's the situation in the squad. Those are the results. That's the league table. I think that's the update. What we're going to go and do now is finish off today's episode by playing Barcelona to truly see, is this team as good as I think it is, or at least it can be in the future. I will see you for that one as we go and get Watching Man ready. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, then, here we go into this game. We've got Real Madrid have won their game. Does that mean they've gone back to the top here? They have once again overtaken Villarreal. We are playing Barcelona. We are able to go 5 points clear of Sevilla with the same number of games if we can beat them. The team's warming up. Let's find out what the Good Johnson lineup looks like then. Will he go with Hedwig Koch in the midfield? I suppose is one of the main questions. Let's have a look on here. I mean, these are sometimes wrong, aren't they? There's the Barcelona team. Ferran Torres is up front. We played these with Spurs, didn't we? I think is probably the last time we had it as a live com. I think so. Hedwig Koch is playing. I think that will all change up. This is wrong. Chavez leads the line. I can see from that, though. I'm pretty sure it's going to be, yeah, it's Koch and Moretti in midfield. We got Villa, Freitas, Alejandro behind Chavez Carretero, otherwise known as Chavez, but not nicknamed by Watching Man, so that's why he's called Chavez Carretero here. We've got the first highlight anyway as I talk about that. It's a goal. Barcelona have taken the lead. Yunus Musa with a really good back post header has given them the lead in the Camp Nou. It's a good cross from Rafinha. Colon, could he have done better? He kind of snatched it a little bit. He got across to it but couldn't keep it out. His average ratings have been pretty strong this year, and his performances when I've watched them have been quite good, but that one maybe not his finest hour. There's the team. Shall I rename Chavez Carretero? I could do it quite quickly from here, couldn't I? Let's just, I mean, they're still playing on whilst I'm doing this in the back, right, in the foreground. There we go. Was it a highlight? That was a chance for us, a free kick. Barcelona are trying to break away against us, but we look like we could cause some problems to them here. Villa down the left-hand side has the ball taken off him, and Barcelona have it back again. But 2 chances for us to launch an attack, and both times we weren't able to. But will we carry a threat? I hope so. We should be the 4th best team here. I checked the media prediction again, by the way. 5th is where we're predicted to finish. So is Good Johnson actually doing better than that, though? I think at one point we were predicted 3rd, weren't we? But that's changed. As Ferran Torres has nicked it from Diakabi. Good take. That's better from Colon. It's holding it. Those safe American hands, as I said in a previous episode, and everyone laughed at me. What is that as well? Someone tweeted me saying safe American hands, so that was enjoyable. I do come out with some strange ones. Here's a chance. Chavez! He's offside. I got very excited. He did put the ball in the back of the net, but it is he was offside. He's actually down at a 6.3, up to a 6.4. Half time. It's Barcelona 1, Almeria 0. No shots on target from us. Not our finest hour. We need Big Ida to do a good team talk at halftime to get anything out of this one. It's not been great from Barcelona either, really. 6 shots, 3 on target from them. It's just quite comfortable, I think, because we've not really offered anything going forward. Chance for 2. Yunus Musa puts it wide. He's probably their best player, I'd suggest, so far. They've made a change. Any changes from us so far? No. Johnson is sticking with this team with Hedwig Koch down at a 6.3, 6.4 in the midfield. The youngster starting against Barcelona shows how highly rated he is. Okay, we've got an attack here. Could be Fernandez, who's playing right back. Gives it away. Koch wins it back. Every time I say his name. Every time. Vea, could he win this? No, we're going to get it back with Markovic, though. Could we find an equaliser? Go on, Markovic, to the byline. Given away. And Barcelona are going to break again. Every time we go forward, I think we might have a chance. And then it's a Barcelona. Oh, what has he done there? He's passed it to us and gone down injured. He's flopping about on the floor here. He must be seriously hurt. We're attacking anyway. We don't care. Alejandro for 1-1. We do not care that your player is injured because we're going to go and score. It's Alejandro, the man on loan from PSG, that has equalised for us. With the injured Gullikson for them, he looks seriously injured. Alejandro just plays on. The finish is really good. On his left foot, into that far corner, past the goalkeeper, which is to Stegen. Still in goal for Barcelona. We don't care about your injuries. They've replaced him, I think, and taken him off as well. We're going for the win. We're on the attack again here. Johnson must have fired them up at I was going to say at lunchtime. At halftime. Chavez goes close. Is that a thing? Should we start calling it? He really fired them up at lunchtime. Otherwise known as half-time in a football match there. Good take from Colon. We've got 18 minutes to see if we can go and win this. Freitas has it. He's got Chavez with him. Chavez through the middle for 2-1. Round the keeper. In the back of the net. It's his 42nd of the season. We are leading in Camp Nou against Barcelona. He must have fired them up at lunchtime because Chavez has just helped himself. It's lovely play between two of our star players. Nuno Freitas just takes it to the right and plays it into the left. And then it's a really calm finish. Just pops it into the back of the net from Chavez Carretero, or also known as Chavez these days. We're 2-1 up. Can we see this out? This will be a famous win in Barcelona. We've done some changes. I've just seen that Perez has gone to left back as one of them. Is Rosas for Barcelona? Leave rubbish. Colon's like, leave rubbish. Do not even need to go for it. Okay, they keep getting chances. We need Colon to be strong here. Rafinha, free kick. They've scored. He's offside. Ref. Is he offside? I can't see the linesman. Did he? He hasn't got his flag up. This might be given. This could be 2-2. Disallowed. Yes, we get away with it. I think Colon kind of just let this hit the bar and didn't move. Look, didn't he? Oh, that's very close. Didn't even go for it. And then didn't really go for the... I kind of went for the rebound. 2-1 with 5 to play. Let me just pause it and see what's happened. Pozo is on at right... Oh, did he start at right back? Pozo's on at right back. We've got Antonacci on, which means Perez goes wide. Then Bomb is on for Hedwig Koch. Geoffroy is on the left-hand side for whoever started on that side. Vea, I think, was the one who started there. So some changes. We've got a couple of minutes to try and see this through. We've got a corner. 5 minutes added on. There's one last highlight. Will they snatch away a famous victory? Rafinha, we've got the ball back. We should. From here. Oh, that's a poor pass. I was going to say from here we should be fine. We have the ball again. Diakabi, just waste time, lads. I wonder if Johnson's told them to waste time. That's a nice ball. Geoffroy, Antonacci go wide. I like it. Perez. Just keep... That's it. Run it down the left. But they're into the last minute here. That's a lovely ball. Moretti. Has he got support? He's got Freitas in there for 3-1. We've beaten Barcelona and scored 3. We are a good team. I said this episode was all about testing just how good we are. Playing a team like Barcelona away from home would show how good these young players are. And Nuno Freitas is one of those world-class youth players. Freitas has made it 3-1 and we're going to win with this young team. And some of the main men on the score sheet, by the way, Alejandro, Chavez and Freitas, all very young. And we've beaten Barcelona in Barcelona. I think that shows just how serious we are. It means we're 5 points clear of 5th place as well, Sevilla. We should be confident to finish in these Champions League places right now. If I go back to me and come back from my holiday, if we have a look at these games to go, this is our run-in. These are the games that I'm going to go and play now before Thursday's episode. If it looks like it's going to be a close finish, we might play a couple of these as live comms or watch them to check if we're going to... We've got Villarreal in there. They're a good team. We've got Real Madrid in there. They're a good team. Both away from home. It could still go right down to the wire. We might watch these as as live comms if that is the case. If not, I will see you at the end of the season where hopefully, just hopefully, we confirm our place in the Champions League for next year. And that should give us some money, should open some doors, some opportunities to sign some really, really good young players, which is what we do. Will we get bids for some of our players too? I will let you know and keep you updated. I will see you at the end of this season or close to the end of this season. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're still enjoying this save. As somebody did mention before, I think we're going to do some other types of videos soon as well as continuing with this save for as long as it takes for Almeria to go and become hopefully one of the teams that can go and win the Champions League in the future. We should be in it if all goes well next season. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. Leave a like on the video. Leave me some comments down below and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday if you've watched it when it first came out. Thank you so much for doing so. I'll catch you next time. Double hand salute to see things off. Why not? Bye-bye.